So I'm going to take you back about 22, 23 years. November 9th, 2000. And that's when Pets.com became the poster child of what you probably hear about in history as the dot-com era. The dot-com era is where everything was going to be a dot-com, and some of them are really sensible, like Netflix. Really, I don't have to turn in the DVD. I can just watch it online. That's an amazing dot-com story. Probably the biggest dot-com story of all is Amazon and all the things that it's influenced in life. And so Pets.com went spectacularly from IPO to bankruptcy in like 9.5, 10 months. That's right. From IPO, we're going to come to the .com and order all this stuff for your pets and everything, and you can get toys and stuff. Well, part of the other problem was they were also going to be shipping dog food. Have you been to the store and bought dog food?
Sure.
You know where the big bags of dog food are?
Yeah.
They're like right by the cash registers.
Yeah.
And then you say, and I'm going to get the green super diet 20-pound of this, and they go over and they scan it, right? And then you pick it up. And the reason they're there is why?
Because they're heavy.
They're big and heavy.
Yeah.
So part of Pets.com was, hey, we'll just deliver it to your door. And it's like, anybody talk to UPS what it's going to cost to ship a bag of dog food?
Yeah.
I mean, that was something. And that was one of the flaws of the model. But anyway, it was one of the quickest bankruptcies in history. And they went public. They raised $82.5 million in February. And then that was about $11 a share. And then at 22 cents a share, 22 cents. In other words, barely alive. There's a flat line, 22 cents, not even a quarter. Trading for less than a quarter per share, it goes bankrupt. And they're like, we burned through all of our money. We're out of money. No one's willing to help us raise any more money. And people are like, you're not gonna mail 30-pound bags of dog food.
Yikes.
And interesting, Jeff Bezos had a massive stake in it. Now, but that's because he had the money to lose, and he was betting on maybe people will buy him this way. And what did he do? Remember, he bought, what did he buy? Did he buy baby.com or diapers.com? Can you look that up? But he bought one of those at some point in time. Look at this, make sure I get it. Because he bought a bunch of things like
what was it,
like baby.com,
Baby?
go baby.com or diapers.com.
Diapers.com.
And so he bought that because, hey, I'm going to add that. Hey, they proved it worked. I'm buying it, and now that's available through Amazon. And they also did the Toys R Us thing where they were powering things for Toys R Us. Yeah. And later they were like, nah, we'll just work directly with Mattel and we'll ship it to you. And so they stopped working directly with Toys R Us. And that's an example of Amazon's massive market leverage. But anyway, so maybe he was dazzled by, they had a sock puppet. They had a little mascot like a sock puppet.
Pets.com.
Yep, and they also had a Thanksgiving Day parade where they had one of the things for the Macy's parade was the little sock puppet mascot.
No way.
And they also had a Super Bowl ad. So you want to talk about, they did it all in 9 months. It's kind of like your Uncle Fred, who's diagnosed with terminal cancer, and he says, you know what? We got to hit everything on my bucket list. Yeah. Where do you want to go? I want to go to the Grand Canyon. Okay, we're going to the Grand Canyon. Where else do you want to go? I want to go see the White House. And you just make the whole list up for Uncle Fred. Nothing, I'm not going to go there. But you want everything that Uncle Fred wants to do, where he wants to go see. My niece is going to graduate from high school. I want to be there. Even if I'm on a stretcher, I want to be there. Going through a bucket list. Well, 9 months this company went through like the bucket list of, hey, we had a Super Bowl ad, we had a float in the Macy's parade, we had a massive IPO, we had a giant party, there was all this stuff going on. And then, tragically, they crash and burn.
Oh, gosh.
And that's just to show you that you don't have to be the hot young thing to flame out. You can be something there. So that's just like a old-fashioned BizDoc case study on this. And now, you know what's really interesting to me? Chewy.com.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
20 years later, but we're also living in another world.
Yes.
There's another world we live in.
Especially
and
post-COVID.
the world we live in now is the world of Amazon Prime.
Yep.
And a lot more retail problems. Bed Bath & Beyond, right?
Nightmare.
And they have they've gone to somewhere beyond. You know, who knows where they've gone? But you know, they're closing stores.
Yeah.
You know, Bed Bath and Be Gone. So they are Bed Bath and Be Gone. So, but there's been a lot of retail that's crashed.
Yeah.
And so now maybe Chewy's works because there's less retail, you know, in certain cities to buy your pet stuff. So you buy the chew toys and you can get medicine and everything for your
I think you're right.
your dog and cat that way. Maybe, don't know. But anyway, but I do want to, before we go into talking about funding and fundraising, let's go show the chart. This is where pets.com jumps the shark. So this is the chart and the shark. Almost as I said charted. That's something else though. But there you go. Pets.com following their IPO. Look at this. They drop down immediately. They briefly have a spike up. And then it's the roller coaster ride to hell.
Oh, gosh.
Ending at 22 cents a share when they declare bankruptcy. So that's that.